Surrounding yourself with family and friends is one of the greatest joys in life. But what happens when you feel that in order to really entertain, your home needs more pizzazz? I'll make over this living and dining room in a Hollywood Regency style, the ultimate in glamour and sophistication. And who doesn't want to entertain in style, especially when it's sophisticated and sustainable? Bringing people into your home is one of the oldest and most intimate ways to entertain, but the key is to make it an exceptional experience for your guests and for you. Beth is a busy and successful executive who travels constantly for business, which means she hasn't had time to decorate her 1950s duplex in quite the way she'd like.
It's a bit too stark. I really like a contemporary feel, but I think just some softness needs to be added, a little bit of color.
And like many people these days, Beth wants gorgeous, but not at the expense of green.
When I come home, I want to know that I'm walking to a really fresh environment and that there's no toxins and things like that in the air. So nice and fresh, and it feels good to come home to that.
Beth, it's very white in here, I have to say.
It is awfully white. I was kind of going for the spa
Yeah.
look, but I'm not sure if I accomplished that.
It's in the dining room where I think that I'm going to make the real change. It's really dark.
I thought that going dark was the way to go, but it's not.
I would like to sell this set and put it online, and I want to do something that is vintage. There's no better way to get a total personality piece, and it's a way of having a green makeover.
Yeah, I like that concept. I like something that's long-lasting, that's classic, and also it's wonderful for the environment, which is a key focus. So
How about this chandelier?
it's probably a little old-fashioned.
Yeah, I just don't think that it's playing up the room. And just judging by the pieces that you do have, I think that you like classic with a little bit of a glitzy flair. And I want to bring a Hollywood Regency kind of feel to your space.
Oh, I like that.
Good. I know Beth really wants to dazzle her guests, and I love entertaining, so this is going to be a fun one for me. This carpet is really tired looking. It's worn out in spaces, so that definitely has to go. I'm gonna put in a dark, rich bamboo floor, and then I'm gonna layer in a really big area rug, and that's gonna add some texture and softness. The furniture is still in good shape, so I don't wanna get rid of it, which would be a real waste. Instead, I'm gonna liven it up with some color, but first, I'll have to do something about the layout. As soon as you walk in, you bump into this giant sofa. I'm gonna move the sofa over here, and then this armoire is really dark and imposing, so I'm gonna shift that and move it right over here. I'll paint the frame of this coffee table in a lighter color, and then I'll go in search of something that will dress up this mantle and add some character to Beth's white walls. The blinds have to change because they're paper and they're held together with paper clips. So I'm gonna put in a roll shade, and that will make a big difference. But the real action is gonna happen in the dining room. The color in this room is white, and it's not doing anything in this room. So I wanna add in a wallpaper and really add drama and really draw people into this space. And then, up top, I want a valance box that's gonna have a nail head detail, and then silk drapes right here. Then we have this door. Yeah, we definitely need to do something here because it's scraping. The purpose of this door is to separate your guest's view from all the muck and guck that's going on in the kitchen. So I'll get Kristen to install French doors, 2 panels that are small enough to fit the existing door frame. They're going to be glitzy and sophisticated and completely play up our Hollywood Regency style. We'll give these rooms a fabulous modern-day take on old-style glitz and glamour by using crisp, natural linens, armfuls of silk, and splashes of delicate color. Our romantic palette, soft cream, pink, and a pewter counterpoint with sophisticated graphic touches and plenty of shimmer and light. Beth is keen for an eco-friendly makeover, and I couldn't agree more, especially considering the advancements in green decor. Oh, there's lots of paper. So Julia and I are hitting a decorating supply store in search of some wall covering for the dining room. Wallpaper is a great way to make a statement in a room, and right now there are a ton of eco-chic, environmentally friendly, designer-based papers. There's recycled paper, water-based dyes, and natural pastes like cellulose or wheat. And all of it's really easy to find at your local paint or wallpaper store.
There's even silks.
Yeah?
Natural raw silks.
Ooh, silk is maybe an option, but I just think a textured wall isn't the route to go. It's not going to give us that shimmer that we want. So I'm looking for something that's going to satisfy Beth and her need for neutrals and soft, subtle colors, but then I want to have something with a bit of bling to it, you know? Hold on to these options, but go online and see what else they have.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
While Julia continues to look for wallpaper, back at Beth's, the wall-to-wall carpet is on its way out. It's too old and stained to salvage, but we'll replace it with bamboo, an environmentally sound material with a timeless style. And speaking of classics, your photo was featured on one of Bob Dylan's album covers.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Oh, okay, well, we can do that.
Everyone wants to entertain in style, and you might think that a stunning, stylish makeover that's green is completely out of reach, but it doesn't have to be. Beth is a busy executive who spends more time out of town than she does in her spa-inspired duplex. So we're making her space a lot more welcoming by introducing refined colors, soft textures, and sophisticated graphic touches to create a Hollywood Regency-inspired, eco-friendly living and dining room. Julia has sourced some gorgeous dining room wall covering made in part from recycled paper. We've sold this cumbersome dining set and are looking to replace it with a vintage glass round table to lighten up the space. And I've asked Christian to recycle the swinging door to the kitchen and replace it with elegant double doors. All right, good. The carpet's gone, and once those espresso bamboo floors go in, it's gonna look fabulous. And I definitely need that Wenge mirror to come out. It's too heavy for my new design, so I'll replace it with the gold one from the living room for some sparkle and opulence. Meanwhile, Julia has arrived with some options for dining room chairs. Hey, Jules.
Hi.
Come up, second floor.
Okay.
Okay.
These were once used in a theater company, actually.
The only thing is that I want to have an upholstered seat and an upholstered back because it's got to be soft, especially if people are going to be having dinner for a long time.
Okay. And that one was from a vintage store, actually.
Yeah, too fussy, too much detail.
Right, okay.
I think it's these ones. I love a shield back. When they upholster them, I want them to upholster the entire seat so that it's really comfy.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to keep the frame. So I want the inside back upholstered and the outside back upholstered. And then we need like a nail head in here.
Ooh, very nice.
And these need to be sprayed in a cream.
That's no problem.
Thanks, Jules. I thought I heard you in here.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. I'm just about to pull this door out. Wow. Oh, look at you.
I know, I'm strong.
That's great.
This is a beautiful door.
I'm very happy to say that that's going to go to an architectural salvage store. Someone's going to make some good use of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but
It is
not as
lovely.
beautiful as what you're going to be putting in here. So you know the plan, 2 doors.
Okay, good.
Mirrored. Because
Good,
I want
okay.
that unexpected flash of glam and sophistication when you walk in.
I know just how to do that.
Good.
We'll get that all figured out for you. Yeah.
That's your project. But now I need you to help me with mine, and that is I want to hang wallpaper.
Okay.
Okay?
Let's do it.
Hanging wallpaper starts quite simply by measuring your wall. Once you decide where you want your pattern to sit, add 2 inches to the top and bottom of the paper before you cut it. This is our environmentally friendly cellulose paste. You're gonna roll some paste on the wall and on the paper. And you wanna wait a little bit so that that paste gets a bit tacky. That's gonna have better adhesion, and it's also gonna allow you to have a little bit more maneuverability.
And then we're going to book it, right?
Yes, and what that means is we are going to fold the paper till the 2 ends meet in the center.
All the glue's on the inside of the paper. It's way easier to handle and not going to get all over your shirt and everything, so.
Okay, well then let's put it up. By starting in the corner, you'll have a guideline for your first piece. Get that one right and the rest will go on straight. And here's where those 2 extra inches on the top and bottom come in handy. They'll help accommodate an uneven wall height and allow you to adjust the position of the paper for a perfect match. So while Christian attaches each piece up top, I make sure it sits right all the way to the bottom. And don't forget to remove any air bubbles by smoothing out the wallpaper, starting from the center and moving to the outside edge. This is a smoothie which I bought at the paint store, and we've covered the smoothie with Velcro, and what that does is it makes sure that the pattern doesn't scratch. This is where we break out our utility knife again, and we're using a straight edge as a guide so we make a nice clean cut. I'll leave Christian and his assistants to finish up the wallpapering, while I find something special to dress up Beth's mantle and white walls. I've come to visit the studio of Paul Till, a world-class photographer who takes pictures around the globe. His stunning images will appeal to Beth's love of travel, and his work will beautifully complement her classic living room.
Black and white pictures are very graphic, they're very solid, they jump out in a room. You can put them together without having to worry about different colors that may clash. Well, I pulled out a few things for you to have a look at. You can tell me if they're of interest. This one, it looks like it's from Italy. It's actually from Florida.
This'll work for me.
This is of Bath Cathedral.
That's breathtaking. I want this one for sure. Okay, well that's great. I'm gonna take all of these.
No problem.
Your photo was featured on one of Bob Dylan's album covers.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Okay, well, we can do that. There we go.
That is amazing. I'm very impressed.
So it's blown up a great deal, and then it's hand-colored with water-soluble dyes.
Like, very impressed. Back at Beth's place, our installers are doing a great job with our new bamboo flooring, laying the eco-friendly groundwork for our recycled contemporary carpet. We have our vintage dining room chairs underway, our new old dining room table has arrived, and Christian is reading my mind.
And it dresses it up a little, makes it look a little more glam, and I know Sam likes glam.
Some people are born to entertain, and creating the perfect space for your guests is a great way to combine old Hollywood glamour with a more modern way of thinking. Since Beth travels a lot, she wants to enjoy her time at home as much as possible. So we're looking to another more glamorous era to introduce sensuous fabrics and a delicate color palette for a romantic new living and dining room with a Hollywood Regency flair. We're staying green by using a vintage dining room table and refurbished chairs. We've used wall covering made in part from recycled paper, and we've introduced eco-friendly bamboo flooring throughout the space. The wallpaper is in, and it is patterned and graphic, and it's got just a hit of glamour. And of course, all 4 walls of this square room were papered. Go big, that's the way to do it. This gold frame mirrored with the beveled glass is oversized, and it's gonna pick up on the shimmer in the wallpaper. My dining table is the bomb. It has this amazing large circular base. Glass, round, fits the room much better. This is a square room. We needed a round table. I got this for a steal at a vintage store. And then look at this mirrored banding at the bottom is just like, woo! It's all about the details. I'm going to add silk drapery panels on either side, and silk is a natural fiber. And then above the window, I'm going to have a valance box made with a nail head detail, and a nail head detail just adds another layer into the design. We'll replace Beth's neutral chandelier with a pink shade that will tie into the soft furnishings in the living room. Look at this medallion dead center of this pillow, all down-filled. On the mantle, our black and white photos will be a great reminder for Beth of her travels and help make the fireplace a focal point in the room. The paper blinds are gone, and I can't wait to see the roll shades once they go in. Christian, how much do you love my wallpaper?
I love it. It looks really, really good.
And what about my doors? I thought that you were mirroring them.
Yeah, I'm gonna dress them up, make them worthy of the wallpaper in here.
So what can I do to speed up the process?
Well, I set up a little workshop out front. You could grab a door and we'll get set up downstairs.
Okay.
I'm I'm starting with hollow core bifold doors, typically used for closets. These can be purchased at your local hardware store. Instead of using glass in a typical French door, I'm using mirrored glass. That'll keep the kitchen in the kitchen and the glam in the dining room. So the mirrored glass is already cut. First step, mark out 5 even spaces. I want to have a good amount of space on the bottom in case someone kicks the door. So now I'm going to use this trim. It's a standard molding, and it has just a little cove in here that's going to accept the mirrored glass. I'm using my trusty miter saw, but you could cut the trim using a miter box and a handsaw. There we go. I'm going to make an L-shaped cove with the trim pieces, then I'll be able to slide in my mirror and then finish it off with the 2 other sides. I'm going to put the mirrored glass in like so, in each of my 5 sections. But first I'm going to secure that with just a little dab of silicone on each of the 4 corners. And what that's going to do is just keep the glass from rattling around when the doors are open and closed. Next thing I'm going to do is finish off the trim. I'm using standard wood glue and my nail gun to attach the trim. You could get away with a hammer and regular finishing nails as long as you're gentle. So that's it. Just got to paint them up, hang them back in the door, ready to go.
Fabulous. This is stunning.
My theme for this makeover was entertaining in style, and I took some inspiration from Hollywood Regency, which is a style that's all about turning your home into a showpiece for your guests. Beth's living room used to lack personality. Now it's a warm and intimate space with unexpected touches from a more glamorous era. A cumbersome eating area is now a shimmering dining room in shades of pearl and pink, without sacrificing green. This is like a jewelry box. That's how I feel when I walk in here. We added a nail head detail, and that is like jewelry for these chairs. And then as your eye goes up, look at this shade. We recovered the shade in a pink Dupioni silk. It's 31 inches. And a lot of people might be thinking, wow, that's giant, but you've got to work with proportion and balance. And in a room like this, where there's lots of drama, you've got to go big. It adds a pop of color, very much inspired by Hollywood Regency. I went with a valance box because it's got that old Hollywood look to it. And then we put the nail head along the top and the bottom. Again, that picks up on our nail head in the chairs, and it's like a string of pearls on this valance box. Silk draperies that are super long. This puddle is 10 inches, and this is like a long evening gown on the floor. And it's all about the details. The leading edge is in a gray, and it's the same gray that is on the backs of our chairs. It's just those little details that tie into one another that really make a room sing. I relocated the large gold mirror from Beth's living room into the dining room, and it just gives the space a really layered, sophisticated look. And these bifold doors give the sense of grand French doors without the expense of expanding the door frame. The mirrors provide the illusion of depth and reflect the beauty of our space. The major change we made in the living area was with these dark espresso bamboo floors. Then we added this striped carpet. This is also 100% recycled carpet. We moved Beth's big armoire to the end of the room and then tied it into the space by adding black cushions and other soft furnishings. We lightened up her old coffee table with a fresh coat of dove gray paint and added this zebra print footstool found in another room in the house. That's something to think about as well. What do you have hanging around in your house that's not really working in one room but will work much better in another? We just put simple roll shades onto the windows, and now the windows have a finished look to them. And our photographs by Paul Till look beautiful above the fireplace and do a great job of dressing up our empty walls. I can't wait for Beth to see these rooms.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it looks stunning. Oh, it's so good to be home. This looks absolutely incredible. Oh my God. This
Is it
looks
different?
Absolutely.
Is it you?
Fabulous. This is stunning.
Doesn't it feel so much better when you walk in the room and you don't have this big beast of a
Yes.
sofa? It invites more conversation. It's much better for entertaining.
It is. And this carpet's amazing. It gives a bit of punch.
And
right?
that
Instead
stripe
of
is
plain.
helping to make your room feel much more
Yeah.
spacious and longer. The real transformation is in this room.
Oh my God. Look at this.
I was allowed one pop of
Oh,
pink.
it's stunning. And these chairs. This is home. I feel like I can just now just sink right into it and absorb it and love it.
I took a page from the Hollywood Regency Book of Design and added glitz and glamour to Beth's dining and living rooms. And it's easy to make a statement that's gorgeous and green, pure and simple.